Hello, I'm Clay Cruz with Dixie RV Superstores in Hammond, Louisiana, and today we're going to go over the 2017 Tiffin Allegro 36 UA. This has been years in the making, and in my personal opinion, the absolute best gas Class A motorhome on the market today. It has so many great features about it. It can be used as a full-time RV for small families. It can be used for large families. It can be used all over the place. This right here is our #1 seller, and it probably should be on the top of your list as well. So what we're going to do is we'll walk around the outside. We'll touch on a couple features which are common to the Tiffin gas Class A line. Then we'll go inside, and that's where the magic really happens. So come on, follow me. As you can see, we have our standard compartments which do go all the way through. Okay, not just one, not two, but all three of these compartments go all the way through. That's important because being as it's a gas motorhome and your engine is up in the front, you still have the ability to store stuff all the way through. You don't get that in other gas motorhomes. That's why this one has the most outside storage. I mean, it is just wonderful. You can run out, you can just pack stuff, pack it in. That way, when you get to your campsite, you have everything you need to enjoy yourself. You also, of course, have the outside TV. This outside TV is easy to view from all angles, and it's centered underneath your large awning, and that awning is a metal wrap awning. So if it's stored, if your RV is stored outside, or even when you're traveling, rain, wind, sun, you name it, it's not going to affect the fabric of the awning. Because one thing about the Tiffin Allegro coaches, they do not use a vinyl awning. They use a fabric awning, a much better awning, better for you. As we move on down here, as you can see, more storage. One of my favorite things, the propane tank. Now, why is this one of my favorite things? Because if you look at other manufacturers, what do you see? You see a propane tank, and that's it. This one, Tiffin gave you the storage, extra storage. Fishing poles, skis, you name it, you have the ability to store it here. That's just a little bit of extra lanyap, as we would say down here. Just a little something extra. If we come on around this way, back here, notice, look at where they put your house batteries, and they put your disconnect back here. How many gas coaches have their house batteries out here? They're all stored underneath the steps over there, and very hard to get to. Here, very simple, very easy, and again, more pass-through storage all the way through. Now, if we move on around the back, I want to point something out to you. As you see, your fuel fill is right here in the back. Now, everyone asks me, well, why is it in the back? That makes no sense to me. Well, once you realize why, it makes perfect sense. When you're trying to fill up your gas motorhome, you're not sure what side of the pump you're going to be able to be on. And you're going to be dealing with cars, motorcycles, trucks, everyone else running around there. With it being back here, you could fill it from either side, which makes it much, much easier and much quicker for you when you're ready to fill up and get back to your vacation. As we move on through, you have your large 2,000 watt inverter, more storage, 10-gallon gas electric water heater. My personal favorite, the 7 kW Onan generator. Now, all of our competition, they're going to have the 5500. Well, the 7 kW will do much more. That means you can not only run everything, but you can also run a hair dryer, which makes things a lot better in the long run. Right here is your 50 amp power cord along with your surge guard transfer switch. But one of the things I really enjoy about it is this feature right here. It allows you to take the cord, put it in there, and you can slam the door on it. Much easier than trying to feed it through the floor. Because, you know, you are on vacation. Things are supposed to be easy for you, right? Right here's your standard station. You have your outside shower, your city water connection, the ability to fill your tank from your city water connection, full tank, full coach water filter, black tank flush, easy to get to water pump, just simple and easy. That's all we're looking for. And then if we move on up here, right here, you have your hydraulics. All of your hydraulics are easy to get to, simple to get to. Just in the event that you have to utilize them for some reason, they're very simple, okay? Not very difficult to use, not very difficult to troubleshoot if you have to. And remember, every water line, gas line, and electric line is color-coded and numbered in this coach in several locations. So if somebody does have to troubleshoot, it's very easy to find the other end. Makes life real simple on everybody involved. Now let's go ahead on into the inside and we can check it out. All right, here we are up in the cockpit of your Allegro 36 UA. Now, one of the cool things about it is it's like every standard cockpit, but they do have a few changes. Number one, you have your Gen Start button up here, your auxiliary start. You have the ability to turn on a map light, your standard forward front here. But this is what I really wanted to point out was right here. Right here you have this Kenwood Trucker's GPS. Now, what makes this so cool is, before you leave here at Dixie RV, we're going to put in the height, the weight, the width, and the length of your new RV. So that way when you put directions, and you give it an address to go to, it's not going to take you down any roads that have limitations that you would not be able to go down. So, you think you're taking a shortcut, you drive 20 miles out the way, and next thing you know that there's a 10-foot bridge there that you're not able to cross under. That won't happen with this GPS. Another cool thing is, right here is actually your camera monitor. A lot of coaches like this like to share this and the cameras in the same, in the same unit. Well, not here. You have your cameras on at all times, and you have the ability to listen to music and use your GPS as well. Now, if we step on back a little bit, you can see right above his head here, we have the drop-down bunk. This is something that Tiffin just recently started, and it's really neat. It's not automatic, it is manual, but it's very simple. Pulls down here and flops down this way. Very simple, very easy to use, and has a 300-pound weight limit. So it's really just a little bit of something extra, an extra place for someone to sleep, and you know what? When it's not being used, it's out of the way. Now, another cool thing that I wanted to talk about with this coach while we're moving on is the inverter. It's got a 2,000 watt inverter on here. Now, what that allows you to do, and what's really cool about it is, with the exception of the air conditioner, the washer dryer, and the fireplace, okay, everything else can run in this coach without you having to start up the generator. So if it's a nice day and it's relatively cool in the back of the motorhome, you can watch your in-motion satellite dish and all the TVs without ever having to start up the generator. All the outlets work as well. It makes me think of this. You go ahead, you take your crock pot out, you have your little stickies on the bottom of the feet, you put your roast in there with your cream of mushroom and a little bit of Tony Chachere's, down here in the south. Go ahead and set it. By the time you get to your campsite, guess what? You have dinner. It's ready. And boy, does your RV smell good. Just a little tip. All right, moving right along. You have your residential convection oven, microwave. Now, one thing we like to do here at Dixie is we don't skimp on this. We actually give you the oven as well. A lot of our customers still like to use the oven, so you can use both. The fact that you get covers to cover everything, that will give you full coverage when you're not using them, and it gives you the ability to set your groceries down and do all that good stuff instead of having to deal with the stove top sitting on the top. Over here, we have our bunk. Our bunk also converts into a bed as well. You also have your couch here, and it's in a great position to seat all your guests while you're driving. It has seat belts. Over here, you have your residential refrigerator. Now this residential refrigerator does not work off propane at all. It strictly works off the inverter and the batteries, and we go into depth and into detail explaining all this to you when you come and pick up your new RV. Now, one of the cool things about this floor plan is, look at where this TV is located. Okay? A lot of RVs of this magnitude will have a great setup, a great floor plan, but you know what? When you're traveling, you put in that slide and it covers that TV. So that means that everybody's forced to either try and watch the TV over the driver's head or cram it up into the bedroom. Well, where this TV is located right here, everybody sitting along the side over here can watch the TV while you're going down the road, and you're not bothering the driver at all. That is awesome. That is something that the driver likes. That's something that the guests like. And if you have kids, they can even plug in their video games to here and play away. Okay? Now, this is one of the great features of this motorhome and one of the new ones. As you can see, we have bunks. But what makes this so great is you can take this bunk and you can fold it up and lock it in place, and now it becomes a closet. Now, let's say that you're a couple and you have some kids, or you're a couple and you have some grandkids. The grandkids decide they don't want to come along, or the kids decide they don't want to come along. Well, guess what? This is nothing but closet. And I mean, I can't tell you, selling as long as I have, how many people complain about closet space. That's one thing you don't have to worry about in this coach, is the closet space. It is absolutely awesome. And on top of that, if you do have kids staying in here and they happen to mess it up, you could just go ahead and shut the doors if you have guests coming over. How cool is that? Now if we go in here, you have your half bath. Plenty of room for anybody who needs to come in here and use the restroom to do so comfortably. Now, as we move around, now, here's another thing Tiffin did. They went ahead and they gave you the same panel that they have in their Phaetons and their Allegro Reds. It's going to sit there and show you all the tank levels, water pump on and off, gas or electric water heater, your batteries, your fantastic fans. You can control your rear slide from here. You control your air conditioner from here. You control all of your lights from here. And you can even turn them off from right there if you wanted to. That right there just makes life simple for everybody involved. Now, great feature here. Something I never thought I would see, a king bed. Okay? King bed has been something we've been begging Tiffin for the longest time. Well, they finally gave it to us, and boy, did they give it to us right. We have a king bed. We have 3 windows. Okay, now, as you're looking at these windows, I want you to see you have a window on this side over here. Now, that window's important because guess what? You're laying in bed, there's a knock on the door. Well, guess what? You just look out your window and see who it is. How cool is that? Makes a whole lot of sense. Plus, you also have your USB ports by both sides. And you also have electric outlets by both sides. So you have the ability to charge everything, plug in everything you need to do. Now, we come over here. We all know about electronics and Tiffin. Tiffin does their electronics right. Well, now they're putting the DirecTV box into the coach already. Now, you can still use Dish Network if you wanted to. Just because they don't give you the box doesn't mean you can't use it. We just have to be notified ahead of time. But they give you the DirecTV box. It's already set up for it. And then, of course, like I always try and explain, these little blocks right here are your remote signal directors. You have one of those by every single TV so that when you're ready to change the channel or do something, you don't have to worry about trying to bring your remote back here and click. It automatically sends the signal back here and does it for you. Moving right along, Stephen, if you can get a good picture of that right there. That's one of my favorite things in a Tiffin. Right there. See this paperwork? It's going to sit there. It's not only going to give you the VIN and the serial number, it's going to list every appliance in here, the brand name, the model number, and the serial number. Now, what's funny is I went into a competitor's and I opened up the closet and they had a sticker too. Only problem is the sticker had the model number and the serial number, but it didn't tell me what it was. So I had no idea if they were talking about a TV or a microwave or whatever it was. So that's one of the great things. Take a picture of that with your phone, carry it around. If you ever have to get a part for something, guess what? You pull up your phone, you whip out the picture, and you've got all the information you need right there. Moving right along, we have the big shower here. Big shower, of course. Able to sit down, scrubby, move around. And look, again, I'm not a little guy, okay? But I have plenty of room. If you don't want the sun coming in, you can, of course, close it off, and you have the LED light that comes in. Very, very nice. And you can adjust this. Makes life real simple on everybody. You, of course, have your nice porcelain toilet here. Huge, big medicine cabinet here. I mean, you're talking about a medicine cabinet that's so big you probably put towels in it. And then, last but not least, stackable washer dryer. Now, in so many gas coaches, you see the all-in-one or you don't see any at all. Well, this one's giving you a stackable. Best thing about a stackable is you could treat it just like the house. The bowls are just a little bit smaller, so you don't have to worry about it. You can just go ahead and use it. And, you know, the same things go for, you know, all Tiffins. Real wood construction, full fiberglass cap roof. Notice the air conditioners. You know, I've had them both on high this whole time. How many who own an RV now that have the ACs that come through the roof can say that I can even film this video with the ACs on high? You can't, because you can't hear anything. But as always with the Tiffin, right here is where the air goes in, and on this side is where it comes out. You know, it's just certain things that Tiffin does right. You know, and why I love selling Tiffin, because they not only take care of my customers, they give them great value, great dependability. You know, and then you add that to the warranty forever that we're going to give you when you buy this coach. You know, not something that you pay for. You know, it's going to cover your air conditioners. It's going to cover your refrigerator. It's going to cover your convection oven. It's going to cover your gas lines, your water lines. You know, I mean, that's something we give you. And guess what? Now you're covered for as long as you own the vehicle on those items. We also have our facilities here at Dixie RV. We have 54 service bays, a full body and paint shop, the ability to take care of you if there is a problem with your RV. That's the important thing. The important thing isn't let's just buy an RV and let's roll down the road, but if something happens, who's there for you? You know, we are here at Dixie RV. Okay, so please remember that. Now, one other thing I want to point out is we're having our big Midsummer Sale this weekend. If you have the opportunity, come on by. We've slashed prices all the way around. You're going to get your best deals of the year at this sale. All that being said, look, this is a beautiful coach. We have many beautiful coaches. We have motorhomes, we have trailers, we have fifth wheels. We have over 500 units on the ground right now. Okay, so if you're interested in this coach or any of our other ones, you can come by and see us at 10241 Destination Drive in Hammond, Louisiana. If you can't quite make it out, you can always visit us at www.dixierv.com. If you have any questions, concerns, any ways we can make these videos better, please comment. Let us know what we can do. If you have suggestions, hey, can you do this one? Or can you explain that one? We'll do that as well. So, thank you for watching this video. I hope I answered your questions for you. My name is Clay Cruz. You can come by and see me or any of the other salespeople here at Dixie RV and let us help you retire one weekend at a time.